Welcome back to the Productivity Podcast, where I give you a daily productivity tip so you can get the most out of your time, your talent, and your ideas. I'm your host, Brandon White. Here we go. Ever walked into a room full of strangers and felt that knot in your stomach? What if I told you there's a 5-second technique that can turn awkward small talk into genuine connections? Today, we'll explain what emotional anchoring is, why it works, review a study from a top psychology journal that shows how effective it can be, then give you this simple 3-part formula along with examples to use in your very next conversation. So what exactly is emotional anchoring in conversations? It's a technique where you combine a specific observation about someone or the situation with a light, playful admission about yourself. Think of it as opening a door by showing you're human first, rather than trying to impress someone with how interesting you are. The concept builds on Dale Carnegie's timeless principle from How to Win Friends and Influence People. People don't want to feel impressed by you. They want to feel interesting to themselves. When you lead with vulnerability and keen observation, you're essentially saying, I see you, and I'm not pretending to be perfect either. Here's where it gets scientific. Neuroscience research shows that vulnerability triggers oxytocin release. That's the bonding hormone in both people during a conversation. You're literally creating chemistry through honesty. And since first impressions form in about 7 seconds, this hack front-loads connection right when it matters most. A 2001 study published in the journal Psychological Science, titled Effective Forecasting and the Impact of Shared Emotional Experiences, found that people who initiated conversations with self-disclosure, even minor admissions, were rated as significantly more likable and trustworthy than those who led with questionable or statements about the other person alone. The research discovered that this vulnerability created what they called reciprocal intimacy, where the other person felt compelled to open up in return. So how do you actually use this technique? Here's the 3-part formula. Part 1, make a specific observation. Notice something about the other person or context you're both in. Not generic stuff like, nice weather. Get specific. I love that laptop sticker. Is that from the conference or just peak nerd humor? Or, that coffee cup says you found the good place around here, not the conference center stuff. Part 2, add playful self-disclosure. Share something slightly vulnerable or awkward about yourself that relates to your observation. Keep it light. You're not trauma dumping here. You're humanizing yourself. Something like, I've already gone back for seconds and I'm debating thirds, or I bought that same book 6 months ago and it's still on my nightstand judging me. Part 3, end with an easy question. Give the other person something simple to respond to that invites their perspective. What's your strategy for these networking events? Or have you actually finished it? Or are you a fellow procrastinator? Here's a real example. You're at work, someone's standing alone checking their phone. You walk up and say, I've been staring at the snack table for 10 minutes debating if pineapple belongs on pizza. What's your controversial food take? Why does this work? You acknowledge the awkwardness of standing alone without making them feel bad about it. You admitted your own social discomfort. And you gave them an easy, fun question that lets them share their opinion. Another example, you notice someone has a coffee from a local shop instead of the conference center's generic stuff, and you say, I see you smuggled in the good stuff. I'm jealous. I walked right past that place this morning like an amateur. Is it worth the detour? The beauty of emotional anchoring is that it works anywhere. Coffee shops, conferences, even waiting in line. The formula stays the same. See something specific, share something human, ask something easy. Stop trying to be impressive and start being interested and curious, with a dash of honest awkwardness thrown in. 5 seconds of vulnerability beats 5 minutes of small talk every single time. Give it a try. Your move. Hey, real quick before you go, please remember to hit follow on your podcast player. You won't miss any episodes, and it helps support us bring you the show daily. Thanks for listening. We'll talk tomorrow.